Okay, so where should we start? Like, you saw, I already sent you like all the stuff, and you actually read all of it, right? Of like all the things
Yeah.
I talked about.
Yeah, let's start at Fury Guardian.
So where do you want to start? Leap, Burst Wolf,
I mean,
or
that's when the
passive?
class gets bad. That's when the class gets bad.
That's when the class stays the same.
No, it's a nerf. Going Fury Guardian to nerf.
How is it a nerf?
You can pretend that you're stronger because base power. Now you can't. You just haven't gotten stronger even though you've job advanced.
No, I thought it was. I thought it was Iron Paladin where you get weaker because then you start doing physical damage for everything when things have a higher physical. Most things have a higher physical defense anyway.
I mean, I don't dislike your hybrid idea, but I don't particularly care for it.
Well, like, it's not something that you should care about, but I'm using it as a justification to buff our damage and then also give us a little bit, like, a lot more things that make sense in terms of passives. Like, for example, when you go into Guardian's Force, where it lowers both physical and magical defenses, why does it lower both when we're only physical?
Hey, we take what we can get.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean anything then at that point. So, like, you might as well just make us more hybrid-based. Like,
it buffs Khaled Bolt.
Like, what's the point of having magical and all these skills then when they convert to physical anyway? Like Crack Crusher, for example. It's a later skill anyway. What? Wait, what buffs Calibog?
The magical defense ignore buffs Calibog's explosion.
Oh, you wanna know what's great? So, I was doing raid earlier on my Centurion, and I died because one of the Comic Crusaders used unmodded Calibog Pain, and it made the boss and its other, like, things nearby it fade in and out of existence.
Honestly, I know Calibog does that, but can we have them fix that, please?
Or, you know, have something else besides Curse of Agony, because what does it even matter?
I like the idea of stacking debuffs and then getting more damage off them, but we don't.
Well, no, I like... No, but here's... If anything, I actually designed... someone wanted to try and make a... what's it called? Furious Blade revamp, and they were actually working for new things and wanted to, like, completely replace, passives and stuff, and I designed a new passive for him. What if we had this instead? If you Calibog, and they have debuffs on them, all the debuffs get refreshed. And then have at least one extra blast of damage.
Alright, here's the tech. No, make that mod.
Make that mod.
Honestly, my mods disappoint me so much. I mean, they kind of represent what a mod's supposed to be, but none of them feel like buffs at all.
Hey, it's okay. It could be worse. You could have Apsara's 8 Trigram mod. Do you actually know the difference between their 8 Trigram mod?
I actually have not looked at almost any other character's mod.
Oh, I only know this because I was playing with Tuna when we were farming it, and you want to know what the difference is?
I want to know.
It does 20% more damage. Animation and everything is the same.
That's like original Land Demolisher doing 1% more damage or something than mod when it first came out.
I like the mod though, in all honesty. I just wish that it had a little something. If anything, I would love if they changed something with like the heavy arms effect of it.
Yeah, like because you know how I was talking about how, like, you know, Land Demolisher give him a 10% damage buff.
No, I mean, like it's just a flat out like command damage increase when you don't even really use commands.
I know, but I mean, like, what if the mod had the quaking part were added to skills where the original had a damage?
That's a lot of designing, and then it would also interact with like mods and stuff. I feel like that's too much to implement in a game. If anything, it should just give like skill damage boost or something like that. Then
fair point. It's just it would be a lot cooler.
It would be cooler, yes, but that's a lot more effort and work. And let's be honest, if we try and design something that's way too much effort or work to put into the game, they're not going to put it in consideration.
We have nothing.
I know we have nothing.
Because heavy arms used to be the bread and butter since pretty much release.
Yeah.
Now it's like irrelevant. Even though it's stronger than it's ever been, it's still irrelevant.
Well, I mean, it's irrelevant because it does like nothing. Actually, I tested the the comparing the damage when you use like the full Z buffs and stuff like that, it does as much. It does an insane amount of damage actually. Like if you put mod, if you use like mod land demo on a single target and don't press any Z's with it, and then you whiff the unmodded one, and then you just attack with the extra hits, it actually does a ridiculous amount of damage.
I'm lost. What part does damage?
Okay, so here, let me go into free training right now. Okay.
I have to reveal that I didn't have the stream up.
No. I'm gonna give you the numbers instead anyway, so you don't need to look. Although it'll be somewhat inconsistent of damage comparison because of my gear and stuff like that. Actually,
I did that test. I got another depressing thing to say.
Yeah?
Shooting bind is stronger than Khalid Bulg. If you have to debuff them, of course, but like I didn't use Sharpshooter Syndrome or Awaken. That was just the debuff.
Okay, so like here I am.
Because I did the damage test between the original land demo and the new one, and it didn't make sense. I had a test where the modded was severely better, and then I had another test, and like the unmodded was way better. So I just don't get it.
So I'm comparing the initial damage compared to the buff hits of the land demo because they actually count towards the damage of the skill.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so, I know the buff's amazing. I know it's great. It's just
you don't really have time to really use that many inputs, which is why I want to stack it. So therefore, I have more of a reason, and I just use skills for dodging and stuff. But like, look at the damage comparison of like the initial hit to like the buff.
Granted, this is slow damage.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about
Rapid Guardian needs to be longer, so we can make usage of the attack speed for that.
No, we do. Honestly,
it makes so much sense.
Honestly, what I would love for Rapid Guardian, if they like mod it or something, is that they should make it a party buff.
I mean, oh, you could just all job change to Fatal Phantom.
You still on about that?
I mean, I'm glad he got. I'm glad those buffs he got feel deserved, but other buffs, of course, he doesn't.
Well, I mean, a lot of things he doesn't deserve. Why does he have bouncing bullets?
I don't know how to feel about those. It's dumb in 2s, it's dumb in 1s, but because William 4.
In dungeoning, it's like autopilot though, but they don't even use it.
It's so I like it. It's fun.
How about this?
Too good.
How about this? Instead of it being bouncing bullets, it just shoots at a flat, like, straight line as soon as it connects something. So if they do, like, the diagonal shoot, it goes just flat straight there instead of, like, bouncing to other people. So, like, it pierces. Yes.
I guess having to aim would make the character more interesting.
Yeah, even though he already has, like, the most interesting passives compared to the other two.
Yeah. It's because, like, playing DC before the renewal with his old guns, whew. His old guns were not like I'll always be biased and say IP worst dungeon character, even though he's not, but he's pretty low. But it's old IP, not Comic Crusader.
This actually makes me kind of sad.
But DC before renewals did not feel good. Felt comparable, slightly better because of intense showtime.
No, he was mainly good because of his 3-beat effect and some other stuff. I just feel like that the bouncing bullets are a bit too much, especially since they track. Like, I feel like that if it loses the tracking ability, then it would be fine.
Oh yeah, tracking's dumb.
Yeah.
I just think like the MP cost difference. Like before, you would go negative, like shooting, you'd lose 40 MP to kill one monster with guns. And now he goes like plus 100 for killing everything in 5 hits. I don't know how to change it properly. Like your straight line idea is a good idea, but I don't know. The ricochet part, MP wise, is important.
He already has a bunch of MP reduction on guns though.
It's true. It's not.
Which is why they have the habit of just spamming gun inputs, even though they're gonna go to like 0 MP in PvP, and PvE it just doesn't even matter.
Everything I associate with PvP, I just say half it from dungeons. Just give me 2 more of that.
Oh, so you take the skill damage concept, which they didn't do to Scare Chase.
Poor Scare Chase.
I just love looking at its damage number, and I'm like, so what's the difference?
Because like I saw like all the buffs and like characters got 15% skill damage, like 7%
Yeah.
damage. Like, can you nerf this in PvP too, please?
Well, they're probably going to add PvP. What's the sad thing about it is that they're probably going to be nerfing all their passes that they just made instead of just buffing other characters to be that strong and then modifying it for PvP.
It's like in dungeons, we really don't need nerfs. Like sometimes like okay, sometimes we have Exceldon. You know, maybe that needs to be not two hypers.
I mean, they nerfed it down though.
I think it should be 50k instead of 30k.
It's a base skill. 2, I feel like that the over nerfing is kind of because of our class, but that was the only thing we really had. When they changed the lunatic skills, then we have 3 buttons now.
Yeah, but Exceldon is not good outside of giant monsters.
I don't know. I mean, each of those missile hits are basically stronger than an Iron Howling hit, and 2 missiles are guaranteed to hit something.
Yeah, we don't talk about Iron Howling, though.
You sure?
Iron Howling's not a fair comparison. Other characters have actives that are stronger.
Hey, we have actives that are stronger.
I know. It's just, Iron Howling. Iron Howling is, like, debatably the weakest strength skill in the game that's supposed to do damage.
I just like comparing it to Burst Wolf, because when I actually compared it to Burst Wolf, I'm like, wait, Burst Wolf's initial does more than Iron Howling's initial?
I was really glad that they, wait. Interesting. Okay. That's really... Well, technically, the, first hit of Burst Wolf can
Yeah, but you're gonna get the you're gonna get the Shockwave part anyway. And the first hit is the one that transfers the debuff.
I wish they would really just unify that.
Yeah, no, they should just combine the entire hit.
Like, there's skill factor involved with, oh, you have to be near them to transfer, but it doesn't... I would rather them have, if you're next to them, it resets the cooldown, the first hit, and if you're far away, it just transfers. I think that'd be way cooler and more balanced.
Oh, that would be pretty interesting if you could design that, but I'm not sure how that would be designed anyway.
I mean, if they can make the first hit transfer, then they would just have to be adding in the cooldown part, Grant. Which could be difficult, but it definitely wouldn't be hard to make the second hit transfer.
I mean, like, I guess the heavy trait change, though, is kind of nice for everyone, because it's just literally a buff to everyone.
Everyone got a 4% damage buff.
Hey, that 30% cooldown is pretty big.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. I feel really glad about that.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, do you know about mod Kalidbulg's cooldown?
Cooldown, let me see it. It's the same, right? Even though, like...
Yeah, I don't get
well,
it.
Well, here's the reason why. So you know the final enhanced effect, right?
Yeah.
It's actually added on already to the white text of the skill, so like if it's 1.2 damage, the white 0.2 damage is already calculated into it. So basically, it was already calculated in, and they probably had that already designed in. If they increased its cooldown, though, I would definitely say buff its damage.
Yeah. It's just...
Because, like, how many hits does it do, again?
It does 7.
Yeah,
it's so slightly weaker than the original by, like, 200%.
Would it really hurt to make each hit do, like, around 1,000? So therefore it does about the same amount of damage as Mod Rage of Guardian?
Oh, that would be so good. That would actually make it feel... Well, that's kind of rough at the same time. Because, like, you think the Ignore defense would be used for bossing, but at the same time, the other one has the built-in boss.
Shut up about Rena, she got her buff. Leave it alone. Drop it. She got so much updated.
I don't want to talk about Rena at all. Oh my gosh.
You saw all the stuff they got, right?
I know they got a bunch of changes that made people upset. I didn't even read it.
Well, no. They got one... that was recently an NA, where it was a change that's upset. The patch in the 20th actually is a flat-out huge buff to everything.
Oh yeah, something about, like...
Basically, her Nature Force is a better... cannonball system now.
You know?
It gives her speed per it, and when in Awakening it doesn't consume it, meaning that it powers up all her skills that consume Nature Force.
You know, people can hate Heavy Stance all they want. I'll still say it's trash. But at the same time, it's like... I know Dash Jump X is really a really good command, and Dash X is annoying for people even though it's bad. It's not really bad. It's just...
Can we have an overheat system where if we use too many cannonballs, we actually get stronger, but then we can't use cannonballs or something like that?
But it's like what other character has a resource that is just used to play the character that you don't... Like, we don't reload at all. We just lose can't. If you're not in Berserk mode, you're not having fun. Like, sure, Chung has a bunch of positive things going for it, but it's...
Wait, we have positive? Wait, like what? That's my bad.
I'm just trying to appeal to the PvPers. Like, I'm never gonna downplay and say CC is not good in PvP. He's not average. He's way above.
Like, the only thing that makes him good is his hit stuns and his mana gain. And for Chung,
I would like to claim other characters are catching up though.
Oh no, definitely. Like, we're just strong just because of our base structure. Our like passives and everything added on don't even do anything. They're like, just there.
People would probably claim non-trans Iron Paladin still top tier, but I would severely disagree with them. Other characters have gotten updated too much.
Again, like, I've always been like someone that's like, Deadly Chaser is technically the best Chung in PvP just because of Bullet Blitz existing. Like, if they just manage MP properly, that still can do anything. Only reason why Comet or Iron Paladin was relevant back then was because you could suddenly guard mid-combo. Which just breaks the entire concept of the game, of the catching and mana gain.
Well, are we talking about Season 2 to Season 3 change?
I'm talking about when all of a sudden they can guard mid-combo. Like, of course, again, because, like, people are like, Iron Howling exists, and I'm like, yeah, a lot of skills did that if you had the mana gain, if you saved up that much mana for it.
I don't know how to... Because, like, Iron Paladin gets the MP way faster than other characters, so 150 MP is not as much to him. I don't like saying that, but, like, with ZZZX existing, it really does say 2 ZZZXs equals 200 MP.
No, it really does. But, like, the thing is that we would have to build up for that, aka in PvE, it's nothing, but in PvP, we still have to build up cannonballs and stuff like that. Of course, I would say that it needs a tone down and stuff like that, in terms of mana gain, but it still needs to be somewhat relevant, because then it's a good cannonball to mana ratio of converting.
Yeah, and PvE, like, if it got nerfed, it'd be really bad, but in PvP, it's really dumb. Like, all the Chunks have it, not just CC. It's like 80 MP for every Chung.
And it works better on the other Chunks as well.
For using it over and over. You can say the trade-off is that, well, CC can't spam it really fast. You can still this 12 seconds in between reloads. Like, that is a good period of time, like, but that's double the MP.
But, like, Centurion gets it better because of Mark of Commander increasing his Awakening Charge and MP gain when actually doing that, and then that Fatal Phantom
definitely underrated, yeah.
And Fatal Phantom getting more Awakening Charge because it marks him with the cannonball and then it being a multi-hit. The only way for Comet Crusader to get a benefit from using that command is if they use Rapid Guardian, which requires the mana in the first place to do it. Which basically means that Rapid Guardian was used for a free catch, but then they had to get to that mana point in the first place.
I don't know if I agree 100% with that. He gets usage out of it even without buffs.
Well, no, I'm comparing it from, like, the base version of it to, like, if you wanted to make it have more of a benefit.
I mean, you're right. It's definitely just lazy, saying, like, oh, Iron Paladin's boring. Give him more MP.
No, I don't want more MP.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they did, though. So it's, like, it's silly, because, like, just having the more MP makes it silly.
My favorite thing was, when there was a reverse trait for Rapid Guardian, which is why people were complaining about it in the first place, was because of the reverse trait of it. But
they complained about the original too. Yes, reverse got really bad.
Well, no, reverse made it a lot worse because that became like what, 150, 170, somewhere around there.
I'm pretty sure it was 60% off.
So 180
plus 180. Plus Spec A plus ERP.
Yeah, that's
what
made it worse. But then I just find it funny that its enhanced trait is removed 15% of its MP costs.
I actually think, like, it needed... Okay, in PvE, I think it actually needed reverse trait. It was, like, when they took away the initial hit of, like, it applied to itself.
Honestly,
it needed reverse.
I feel like that reverse was too much. Like, I feel like that a light would have been fine than reverse, so, like, 80 costs.
I don't disagree.
Because here's the thing with reverse. The cooldown then would be extremely high for just a free couple of seconds. Like, I like to keep the buff up as long as possible because it's a buff that we can rely on. It gives us the speed when we lack the speed, and all of a sudden we get the speed now because of third job passive.
For
and then
whole 5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, 7 seconds.
Before Comet Crusader.
Mm-hmm.
Before they added the I don't know how long ago it was. Remember before they added the traits to the tramp skills? 5 seconds. Before you're level 99, it's 5. You can get knocked down, be on the ground for 4 seconds, and get up, and they'll be like, "You're at 500 MP. You had 1 second."
It wasn't even 500 MP. It was like 300 MP, but the skill cost so little back then.
Yeah, people just... No, I'm not kidding. That's a quote. People said, whenever you use Rapid Guardian...
No, I'm definitely familiar. I just say... Personally, I adjusted it to say it feels like they have 500 MP.
Yeah.
But that was just our Spec A being broken, in all honesty.
Yeah, Spec A was really... I don't know. I miss specs in PvE. PvP, of course.
I miss specs just because it added variety and difference to the game. But then it's just that it was just so one-sided in terms of spec. Like, honestly, I wish we had a different type of spec. Like, why do we just randomly get MP cost reduction for having at least one cannonball? Like, not even per cannonball, just one.
I originally read it as cannon skills cost less. I was like, that makes more sense if it was.
No, I wish it was. No, I actually thought so as well. Skills that consumed cannonballs, I'm like, oh, cool. But nope. All skills. And I'm like, what?
It's so silly. I don't know, like, the L assist and L sword should have been different. I actually so cool for dungeons and stuff.
Like
gaining more vitality and losing less vitality, you know, like gaining their auras and losing it.
Like, they're actually doing some pretty interesting stuff with, like, the detailed stats and stuff. Like, they could work on this, in all honesty.
Like specs really weren't balanced, and I would rather them never be... They're not going to balance, so don't put it in PvP.
Well, here's the thing. There's never going to be balance in PvP in the first place, and I don't think people understand that.
We don't want to beat a dead horse, though.
Because, like, well, like, it's just the fact that, like, oh yeah, no, PvP used to be great back then. Like, no, PvP was always, like, a rock, paper, scissors kind of thing, depending on the class you play. Like, yeah, ever since...
People definitely underrate how it was always bad, but I would like to claim how it was bad.
Well, here's the thing. I'm saying that... I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not balanced. It was a fun mode.
I mean, you're right. I mean, like, remember the days of Windsneaker RS and GRM, though? GRM release?
Yeah.
Like, there's, like, the only... It's true, they could fight each other if it was like they were the only characters.
No, but, like... The main concept of why PvP can never be balanced is because each class is designed differently based off their hits and stuff like that, such as such as like multi-hits or single hits. Because therefore you're going to always get different types of resources like Awakening and all this other stuff, which is why, again, PvP will never be balanced, but it can always become a chaotic kind of game field, which would be fun, which is why I like teams more than 1v1 when it comes to PvP, because it adds more of those variables into it rather than in ones where it's just, okay, who has the better system that they can abuse.
Fair points. I'm speaking mostly for only ones where I want ones to be... Of course I want characters to be different, variety. Like, it's like, it's always going to be imbalanced, like you said, but you can close gaps, is what I mean. And I don't think gaps were always large or... I don't like how every character became really good.
I don't know if gaps can ever be fixed because, like, of the concept of, for example, Runeslayer. Because of his existence, it makes ranged characters like literally unable to use certain of their inputs just because it's not safe.
It's true. But it's still. I'd like it to be a fundamental change. Like I like having people trying to contest normals. Rather than I'm in super armor for 20 seconds.
Oh, no, I hate the super armor chaining stuff. Please get it out.
Like, the normal stuff is unbalanced, but I always thought normals were so much more honest.
Honestly, what I would really love is if they come up with a similar mechanic, kind of like, I know this isn't going to happen, but, you know, like, the most recent Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and they made a mechanic where if you keep spamming the dodge button, your animations will actually slow down, making you more vulnerable.
Yeah.
Imagine if they did something like that for, like, amount of times using a skill or something.
Oh, like scaling in general and stuff.
Yes, so like you have to actually use your commands and stuff and then active. Along with the already designed thing that I had of mana overflow, which did I send you that or told you about that or no?
I don't believe so.
Let me find the document and send you what I was talking about it.
Believe it or not, I think command should stale actually.
Hmm?
I think command should stale in Elsword.
Yeah, but here, let me let me send you at least this part because it was a couple paragraphs, but I'll just send you the shortened section of it.
Okay, that's interesting.
So therefore, like, classes with heavy MP gain will have more of a reason to actually spend that resource rather than hold it. I came up with this kind of a concept when watching fighting games. Like, I was all of a sudden getting a little bit into Dragon Ball FighterZ, even though the game is kind of pricey for me. And you know how they have... I'm not sure if you've seen it, but they have this mechanic where if the first time that they get caught and they're losing HP, their HP isn't actually lost, it's actually a different color, which is red, where their HP slowly regenerates. However, if they get caught again, they actually lose that HP, and then start losing
Most fighting games, well not most, but I guess plenty of them actually do.
Yeah. So, like, I was thinking, like, that for resources, because in fighting games, usually, there's a steady in-between for mana, or resource, in a sense. But yet, for this game, it's very one-sided resource, which is why it's so heavy with the snowball. Because you use your resource to get out, but then your opponent gained the resource, so therefore they can use that to catch you while you have nothing to counter back. Which is why I said something like mana breaking should actually give something back, rather than just losing all that MP.
Yeah, but I also think, does mana... I'm just gonna ignore that for a second. I think an issue is people tanking till 300, then having 200 after they break is a problem.
Well, yeah, because people learn that I have to overbreak in order for me to actually get out, which is rewarding the person that caught even more, which they already got rewarded by making them lose HP.
Well, I don't mean just overbreaking. I mean, like, you know, getting hit intentionally for MP.
And then just one-shotting. Well, that's just damage scaling.
One-shotting, but...
That's just... Like, what do you mean, then?
Not just damage, but like, oh, well, it's like, I don't like how mana breaking is not safe. You want to have a million resources.
Oh yeah, no. I hate that concept as well. Like, if anything, maybe add a cooldown to mana breaking. No, I actually no. Would that promote it or would that not promote tanking? If you put a cooldown on mana breaking,
make mana breaking take half your MP, but add a cooldown, and you can use it once you're at 50 MP or higher.
I would say more than 50.
Probably, it's just to say...
The 100 MP, in my opinion, is already perfectly fine. It's just that there's no way of getting back to it.
Well, my point is it's always half. So if you have 500 MP, you lose half. Then that turns into characters with more MP.
I'll keep that idea of a cooldown. Because, again, I was thinking about implementing cooldowns in certain stuff. Like, for example, since you kind of got back into PvP, except not really, you're just kind of doing it for meh.
I did like 6 matches to test out mod lamp. 6 whole matches.
Hey, but it's a fun button though, right? Like, as stupidly designed and how glitchy it is, it's a fun button.
It's cool. You know how I like to plan my combos, so I always tried using that.
Oh no, I never. Yeah, no, that's true. I don't plan my combos though, and I use it more for like zoning or predictions and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun.
I definitely threw it on the ground a few times, and then it was like, oh, okay, everything's frozen. Oh, nothing happened. Oh, there's a giant pillar. They're in midair now.
Yeah. Oh no. Something that I learned with comboing with it is that if you do the normal 4Z input, you know, the one that launches really high and you land smash, it will have enough of a launch for the hit stun to work properly, and then you can get them launched up enough to, like, let's say Wally Center, for, like, from the bottom platform to the middle platform. You will almost get them up there, so you can do, like an X-sweep with a stomp to, like, launch them high up enough to actually do a convert there.
I did try something like that on a cargo airship. I did 2 dash jump X stomps to launch them up and try to get them higher. I did notice this launch is pretty cool.
So you know that you asked for a way to combo people up to that kind of a platform without Rage of Guardian. Now you do.
Oh, no, we already had it. We already had it.
You mean Pandemonium?
200 MP for how much damage again? Yeah, 573% broken. That's better than aim shot. Aim shot used to I do similar, but they nerfed it. But now it's no aim shot used to be more, and they nerfed it. Now it's 23 less or 24% less.
Oh yeah, you're right, huh? Aiming shot actually does about the same amount of damage as Pandemonium.
It used to do 600%.
Why is Pandemonium's damage so weird in PvP actually?
I wish. Why does Pandemonium used to be our second? Well, it was debatably best. You know, Land Demolisher was like for us. Pandemonium was for everyone.
Cleansing skill? CC technically already has a cleansing skill. It's called Burst Wolf.
I wish it was called Relevant Wolf.
Hey, stop making fun of weird connections.
First Wolf's one of my favorites.
Well, I know, but to be honest, it's probably mainly with connections and computer stuff.
It doesn't even work in dungeons. I don't care.
It works in dungeons sometimes, kinda. It works on me at least.
We were all in Wallies. They were poisoned to death. This poison was doing 40k ticks. And I used Burst Wolf, and I watched them die still. And it's like, well, clearly it was client side. It was only on my screen. Well, why were they dying?
I know that it client sides at times, but I know that it still kind of works there.
It's like, sure, I'll use it, and they're not dying. I noticed they're not
CC
client side damage, so I won't use it.
Skill? I don't like the idea of just sudden breakout stuff. It ruins the flow of the game. It adds that random jump surprise, and it's kind of just, why even design the game when it's like, oh, sudden stuff like that. Like, I like stuff to be telegraphed and actually make sense. That kind of stuff.
What about Onimos and Furious Blade's getup stuff?
Well, you kind of expect that, and they at least fall down first, so you know that they're going to do that. However, I have heard some stuff, like from Night Emperor, that complains, why does Animos have such a stupid getup that if I knock them down with my passive, which honestly I say that passive shouldn't even exist, why can they knock me down with that passive, get back up, and start beating me up again?
At that point, it just sounds like, you know, that's rough and all, but that sounds like just justice. Like, that's really rough. I actually think that I don't know, people start complaining about LK's auto guard a lot more when I got the KD trait, but personally, I hated it a lot more when you could just roll an Armageddon Blades snowball you.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that mana overflow system that I suggested, I put it up, and I think only one person liked it. Like, the forms are just so dead that I don't think that any of my input would actually come out. Even though I feel like that some of them would be good and some of them are very easy to implement into the game.
Yeah, ever since they switched forums, I haven't used them. I don't like the new forums.
I tried using the new forums just so I can actually start giving input, since I never really give input since how many years I've been here. And since, you know, I started doing Kobo and stuff, I'm like, you know, maybe I should put myself in a little better situation for the game. And
there's just been so many petitions on the forums, and it was really cool that the 2v2 one actually worked. And the bank share one worked, but there's nothing like there's. We were asking for it.
Again, I asked them to update it, and I even asked, like, can we at least start small? Like, for example, if you go on the forums, let me show you a picture of the forums, okay? Or at least the top of the forums, okay? Okay, that's screenshot sounds. Come on, give me the. There it is. Okay, so,
if you one petition though,
if you check on, so if you check on Discord, you see that you see the things on it, such as the Shadow Vein, the Elsewhere, and the community forums, like those three things.
Yeah.
If you click on any of those, it puts you back to the main site.
I am aware.
I'm like, why does community forums lead you back to the main website?
It's like I remember I'll try to post, and it's like, log into your account. And then it's like, okay, I logged in. Then it takes me back to Elsword and not the forums. It's like, wow, thanks.
Yeah, no, like they need to work on it, and I asked them about it, and it's like, yeah, we're looking into it and stuff like that. I'm like,
I really miss the old forums.
Like, I feel bad because I feel like that I'm like rushing and put them in, like, can you guys please work on it? Like, I'm pushing in stuff like that. And then a lot of people are like, no. I mean, and a lot of people are like, yeah, they're not doing anything. It's like I feel bad because I feel like that they are, but then there's so much on their plate already, and they technically don't have that much of a staff or anyone. Because like I took very basic like website design. I'm like, is it really that hard to redirect a link to be your main page rather than the game main page?
Yeah, I can hit some HTML up on that and just change the link for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, I don't enjoy the format of the forums right now, and I would love to have, like, a certain design for it. Like, I know it's probably not that hard, but they're also probably to work on, like, other changes as well, and then they already have, like, other projects in the making, like, such as localization of other patches, feedback, stuff like that. Like, I don't know exactly anything that's going on. But I know that the GMs work pretty hard, especially from the ones I've messed around with. Like, I've messed around with Mosh, I've messed around with Pi. I messed around with Rush.
Mosh is super underrated. Mosh tries.
No, they all do, really.
Yeah, I just mean like I notice Mosh a lot. It's like it's harder to sometimes notice all of them.
I'm just saying, like, it might be a good idea to really push on the forum update, just because it will really, whatchamacallit, scare off the newer people to the forums, because they're like, I'm so lost. Like, I actually pushed myself to using these forums, and I had to figure out everything that's going on. And I'm like, what is this stuff? Like, why does it not make any sense?
I made a market thread. I never updated it because I didn't want to, because the forums frustrated me.
Do you at least use, Tierbox?
Tierbox frustrated me more, but that's probably more of a computer issue. It took me 15 seconds per tier to write, and then 15 seconds in loading times.
Okay, yeah, it's probably a computer problem for you, or internet problem. Personally, I really love the concept of Tierbox. A lot of people have. It's just I've been too lazy to actually do it. Cause
I can't keep updates. I get more tiers. I just don't want to put them in.
Yeah.
And then I have tiers that sold, and it's like.
No, I have like too many tiers on my account. In all honesty,
I'm the same as you now. I have 7 characters full.
Each one's meant for a different color.
Yeah, this one's for proficiency blue. This one's for proficiency purple.
Oh no, I just do it based off color, and I just look on them.
I made one for each unique piece and not.
Because let me tell you, when I tried doing it based off of shapes as well, I had way too many purple squares, and I'm like, okay, screw this.
I ran out of characters. Like, there's like 5 characters I have that don't hold tiers.
I'll actually end up just posting this podcast randomly because, like, I feel like that feedback in terms of videos are a lot better because it goes to the other servers as well. Because, like, for example, with that Rena patch, that was mainly because of the YouTuber slash streamer Zero Amazon. I'm pretty sure you know of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like, he probably gave a lot of feedback, and it's like, oh, cool, he's actually doing this, so, you know, I feel like I should do something as well. So I tried giving the feedback that I have known up slash gained in the past how many years, but I'm not going to have as big as an impact because he's obviously more popular and stuff, so I might actually try to contact him? I don't know. It's been a while since I've contacted him, so I feel like it would be really awkward for me. It feels like I'm just using him in a sense or something.
Yeah.
Because I haven't talked to him in, like, 4 to 5 years. Like, I show up to a stream sometimes and he remembers me, but... like, it's been a long time. Like, I think the last time I actually talked slash played with him on Elsword was probably around the same time when Jihei Guan still played, and I actually PvP'd against them in sparring.
Oh, yeah, that brings back memories.
Yeah.
And level 7 web henna runs. All the times. Henna used to be fun. Henna's actually still really fun without gear. If you take off your gear in Henna, it's actually pretty fun. It's like there was a challenge to do only SD gear, but it was actually really fun.
It's okay.
It's really cool to see skills not one-shotting.
So,
I define the meta as whether you can one-shot with skills now, so it's like, oh,
you know,
terrible.
I kind of wish they had the mechanics still where you would have NPCs with you when you solo queue or something like that with certain content. Because with mod Wonderwall, I can do so much with that.
Is that all you care about?
It's the only.
I wonder what the only reason.
It's the only interesting thing we have. You can't lie about that.
I like my simple AOE shouts, even if they don't kill.
What, you don't want your AOE shields, which are like about the same size of your shouts that do as much damage, but the thing it scales per people, so it does even more damage?
Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. I would use all this tech if people weren't teleporting in dungeons. And that's not to me. I used Ethernet. My internet was never bad.
Just use a just get a monster card with you at all times.
Lag in dungeons is at an all-time high right now. I have PvP. I expected it. PvP needs no lag. But dungeons?
But how does
leave dungeons alone?
But again, if we're making fun of our class again, is it fun to say that Heavy Wonderwall has about the same cooldown, along with more damage than Iron Howling's initial?
You know, I'd say Iron Howling jokes are funny, but that's just a dead voice.
Oh, are you sure? You want me to use Scare Chase then? Technically, that one's newer, still.
Oh, wait, does it? Wait. Which does more damage, Scare Chase or Iron Howling? Okay, Iron Howling does.
Iron Howling does, by a little bit.
We're good. Iron Howling does more than Scare Chase.
I mean, if you put, like, the attack power trait in there as well, 30% more, it's still more, but by, like, 400.
Yeah. That's a decent amount of percent, to be fair.
Now I aim shot.
Huge.
For 30 MP.
Yeah, aim shot is actually... I wish actives were useful. It's weird. They make them do so much damage, yet actives still aren't. It's weird.
I actually loved using Sudden Burst back in the day, but I just can't do it anymore.
It's like Sudden Burst has been buffed, and I tried using it when it was K%.
Well, like, I feel like the main reason why we don't use Sudden Burst as much in PvE anymore is because it used to actually give you so much mana back, and then they removed that.
I don't know why they removed that. Just nerf the MP. A lot of our skills, so like, some of our skills give a decent chunk back, but a lot of our skills don't give much back. Like Land Demolisher's Rumble Shot.
That gives nothing back. You know, by the way, at first I thought that land demo didn't actually work with Rapid Guardian's MP buff, but it actually did. It's just that low.
Yeah, I think Land Demolisher with Mana Necklace on with your path, probably just with Add Weapon, it gave me 9 MP. Without Mana Necklace, it gives me 7.
That's the full hits. That's not per hit. That's the full hits.
Oh yeah, I remember I told my friend that I get 9 MP from Land Demolisher. Like per hit, and I'm like no.
No.
He's like, wow, Caladvolg must refund itself every time. It hits so many. Gives it 25 MP once. If something walks into it magically, I get 50. A Pandemonium gives a solid 18. Hits 30 monsters, 18. Sometimes it's 25. It depends on your like whether your Mana Necklace, Add Weapon, guild stuff. I think the minimum for Pandemonium is 18, and the minimum for Caladvolg is like 26. They can give up to like 30. Like Caladvolg can give up to 40, I think, and Rapid Guardian makes that 80, so that's actually good. Sandstorm may give people already like 60 without any need. Windmill may refund itself if you do it right, but no. Rapid Guardian Caladvolg is broken. It gives 40 MP, 80 MP in Rapid if you have guild passive, Mana Necklace, and Add Weapon.
Okay, now how does it... Now I'm gonna tell you something, you might get upset about this, but apparently Mod Rage of Guardian, when it hits, gives like 30.
Oh, that's not surprising. Sometimes normal Rage of Guardian, it has the effect where Caladvolg, where things walk into it, it'll give more MP, but it has a lot higher chance to do it. I don't know why. It's just because the hitbox lingers for a little bit. So like sometimes Guardian Raids can give you 120, but it's like default is around 30. I mean, these aren't bad MP amounts. The issue is the way we refund is a 4-second long Berserk mode only ZZZX input. So like 40 MP from a skill, that's actually pretty cool. And then it gets doubled in Rapid Guardian. and then doubled in Fever. It's like, that's really good, but at the same time...
Yeah, no, like, our MP gain from dungeons is actually because of, like, Fever and all this other stuff. It's not really Rapid Guardian.
Your Rapid Guardian puts us at average.
Yeah.
Like, I was mad the other day when I was with Die antagonist, and his Excel Dominant kept refunding itself. I'm like, what? Mine's not. I have Rapid Guardian. Well, it's still giving a lot back, but it's just like he's like, oh yeah, I don't lose MP when I use Excel Dom.
Well, you wanna know why? It's because he's in 3-beat.
I know, and it makes me mad. I have Rapid Guardian and it won't refund itself.
I might get dragged into a raid eventually for 12-7, but apparently it's a really good party. Because apparently I still need to clear. Oh, there's a Drbaki for. Well, I have to bank share first. Because all my stuff. Actually, you know what? I'll do.
I haven't had a party in so long to use my title.
You know what? Fine. I'll join you on my Centurion. How about that?
Do me a favor.
Yeah, job check. I mean,
abandon the members and go right for.
Go what?
Go right for my Excel Dom. Is abandon our team. It's necessary. I need Excel Dama to hit like 9 times.
It's okay. I have carpet bombing instead.
Hey, artillery bombing's still amazing, but I'm.
Oh no, I love this skill. Are you kidding me?
I'm still sad that it was nerfed, even though it's still great.
It's so good.
I liked it.
I love cannon striking, like when things are grouped up, and then bombing artillery because it just triples the refund.
But I don't even care about the MP it gives back.
Like,
it was just so sad.
Oh no, I just love MP gain and stuff. You're still here, I see. Yeah, no, I've just been talking. You know, I'll probably actually like cut part of this and just have a little clip of me on YouTube because I haven't posted something in a while, and just have this be the thing. Is just us ranting and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'll just have it be like podcasts.
It's like artillery bombing's so it's so cool, but it's I love the concept of you have to like go farther away, like you have to actually aim it like that. I love that concept.
Oh no, dude, I love bombing artillery. It's actually like so much fun. Main reason why I love it is that it's basically a faster, weaker carpet bombing, and I hate carpet bombing. In all honesty,
Centurion was not like TT was always great, but it was not fun. Not for me.
But oh no, I'm only gonna cut the audio part with Billy and me. Is this where does the font look different? This is NA. Hey Quad.
Let us abandon our team.
You want to abandon the team?
I always abandon my team. Excel Dom is the only skill. I am the solo player. It's quad person.
Okay, you can. Pretty nice, and they've been doing great a lot. We're all stream slavers.
It's hilarious.
By the way, I'm using mod tactical field for you, so have fun.
So you got D rank before I got D rank. I'm sad. I used Excel Dom. That was Translot 3-stack Excel Dom.
Here, you want me to make you even more upset? So look at my HP. Look, I'm in mod tactical field, not getting hurt.
I'm mad. I don't even use Wonderwall in dungeons anymore.
Well, I mean, it gives me iframes.
You know, I actually don't. The skill was kind of useless without the iframes, so it's like, I don't know.
Don't look at my rank. I just use Hyper.
Oh, people are killing this thing too fast. Yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, no, a lot of them are good. And I'm just thinking about
what is the best Chung.
So does it make you feel any better that I'm literally just standing here and just mod tactical field?
That makes me feel infinitely worse. Like you're not even.
I'm trying to help you.
Like I'm nowhere near you.
I mean, I'm somewhat near you. I'm almost us.
That's impressive. Yeah, I don't have MP to hyper. I'm in Rapid Guard. I don't have MP. I died. I don't know how I died.
You ran straight into the boss.
Oh. Those are invisible for me. Give me a break. Don't worry. Okay, Excel Dom, give me double S. Come on, Excel Dom. I think I was. How would you feel if you got...
I died. If I got Fog of Death on this character?
Yeah.
I don't know how I would feel. Like, I kind of want Fog of Death because it's kind of fun to mess around with its speeds and stuff. But the thing is, I like when I'm the one in Fog of Death. Like, you want to know what I always do in PvP whenever I get in Fog of Death, even though it's a horrible option, but I do it anyway?
Please tell me you Burst Wolf.
I Brutal Swing. It slows down the animation, so therefore you go extremely far.
Shunned! Not because of you using Brutal Swing. Yeah, shunned because you don't do Guardian.
Guardian... Well, it's just normal speed then, because of the speed pass.
No, do it with, do it, on Trans Iron Paladin. Do it on Trans Iron Paladin with Get the Power inside Fog of Death.
No, I wanted to do something like that, along with Bruce Wayne. Oh, actually, I should send you the video that Zobia did, of, we made him do the slowest hypersonic stab.
You just see every single individual stab.
Fine. Let me look it up.
So we started this with, let's start we'll start with Fury Guardian. And we never talked about Fury Guardian.
Oh, oops.
I'm scared of this video.
It is a great video. I was there.
I've seen some slow videos before. I've seen like the slowest sword fight or something.
There you go.
I'm gonna judge how good this video is from the title length. Oh my gosh. It's so long. Okay.
I mean, we also had to set it up as well.
Wait. Is it to actually start in 20 seconds? How do they still have all those debuffs? He's moving faster than Chung's movement speed still! He was moving faster than you still! Is it gonna do damage eventually? It's gonna be like, oh my, almost there. It's gonna be amazing.
No, I wish it did. That would've been so funny.
It just, as soon as he like is out of freeze frames, everyone dies.
It just stacks up all the slashes during this entire duration.
That'd be so good.
So like if they were like behind you, you just continuously slashes you.
It'd be amazing. I'm gonna start skipping later to the end of the video because I don't. He's retracting his arms so slowly. Oh my god, that title might actually be accurate. I don't think I'll see a slower hypersonic stab.
Well, it's not slow, it's the furthest you'll go. So like, imagine the range.
Imagine that well, you can't set it up in dungeons, but imagine if you just...
Just what?
You were just a hypersonic stab moving like that.
Dude, that's what the mod should be. It's just a full white range of just hitting everything with one single strike.
Speaking of mods, what do you think we're gonna get for mods? We're not done with mods. Hopefully.
Next mod? I want it to be Iron Howling, just so I can be disappointed in it, and then I want it to be Sudden Burst, and I'm just gonna be in love with it.
Honestly, Pandemonium, I saw in your notes you wanted to nerf Pandemonium.
I said nerf the debuff on it, but buff the damage of it.
Yeah, and I just found
to like 20 to 25%. To justify our damage buff.
Yeah, but my biggest fear is like how you wanted to be hybrid. The biggest fear of that is like, I feel like, okay, fine, we'll take away your physical passive. Now everything's magical again. Good luck. That's how I feel.
Of course you gotta modify all the other stuff to be magical as well and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
but like, think of it this way. I can technically weaken some stuff. Like, for example, Wonderwall. We can make that into a magical skill instead. Like, why is that actually physical?
It's because it's wonderful. It's always been physical.
If it's wonderful, wouldn't that be magical? Like, I don't know, the 7 wonders of the world?
Oh, no, it's just... No, it's like that wonderfully...
That wonderfully what?
It's just that heavy. It's like, it's heavy press to run for its money.
Dude, I would...
It's because of shoulder pads. And shoulder pads are...
Okay, now hold on. Let's imagine this. Imagine if mod Land Smash was actually just mod heavy press. You
Oh my
X drop them
gosh.
when they come down and they go back into it.
Oh my gosh. Mod heavy press is so silly.
I love it.
Do you think we're gonna get Type B mods though for all our current?
I would love to have something like that, dude. Because, like, we can get... Then it's an excuse to extend the amount of mods we can have, but then you have to choose which mod to pick.
Yeah. Honestly, I know you hate the Rumble Shot, but I've been learning to appreciate it more.
I just hate it just because I'm supposed to hate Fatal Phantom.
No, it's like oh.
In all honesty, it doesn't even look that much like the Rumble Shot anymore, but I still have to hate it.
It's just like I can imagine like, oh man, I hate baby. Why? Because it goes into Fatal Phantom 1/3 of the time.
No, it's like they don't even use it. And when I see them use it, I'm like, why do you do it?
I think Rumble Shot deserves buffs. Rumble Shot deserves love.
It should have a mod where it's actually just a straight up pillar of shots that just explode upwards. But then I'm like, why can't we have that? Like, I still want a new hyper. I hate Tiamat, even though I use it at times.
I hardly use it. Like, you know how we were in Jabaki?
Yeah.
So you know how I use it on the edge of the platform on the left? Like, you use it by his head, and you go under it, and it just misses entirely.
Nope.
If it was Doomstrike, it would hit.
No, like, I hate our hypers and stuff, man. It makes me so sad.
Doomstrike's always been underwhelming for me.
I love the design and of Doomstrike, even though it's so simplistic and stuff. But
I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's good.
it's not.
It's like oh, I like how it stuns everything. I like the initial. I think the second jump is lazy.
Have you actually tried any of the raids yet, or no?
I did 12-5 on story mode.
On story mode solo?
Yeah, I did 12-5 plenty of times with not story mode.
Because I only enjoy certain phases of the raid, but 12-7 is honestly
Is there some chat interaction going on? What did I miss?
It's whatever. It's does mod burst buff still have that delay? Yeah, I know. It still has the delay, which honestly I feel like that the delay is fine, but they just need to increase the recovery frame rate. So therefore they're stuck in it. Because therefore you can land it when you're higher up. But if you like do it, like if you remove the freeze frame of it too much, then it's gonna be really hard to like land if you actually do it like higher up. Which is why I love the skill, is using it from height. Like, I wish that you could use, like, you know how, like, land demo, you jump up anyway? Why can't you use that in the air?
Fair point.
Get Valkyrie's Javelin, you can.
You know, as long as you can't catch off burst wall, hit it. You have to hit it to catch. That's my only condition.
Yeah, that's why I said increase recovery rate.
Yeah, whatever works.
Again,
I just don't want them. I just don't want them to remove its delay and say, "Oh yeah, you're like no delay." It's like it doesn't need a delay. It just needs a proper special active function like Brutal Swing.
By the way, people learned how adaptability works now, and it's actually stupid. Or adaptation.
I'm not surprised. I don't like adaptability. How does it work exactly?
No, I actually like the concept of it. You kidding me? That way we don't just have like extremely high numbers. 2, it makes lower potions relevant again because of HP pools.
I don't mind the potions. I just, you know what character we play. Nerfing our damage.
What's the point of nerf? What do you mean? Cutting our damage when it starts at 0 is still 0. There's no changes.
No, they break the laws of math. And we go negatives.
We go negative when it cuts in half.
They start healing off our attacks.
I mean, that raid does heal if you attack them at certain points. So, you know what? That's the bright side. We don't heal as much. I actually just attack through certain things because I'm like, I'm not healing it that much anyway. My excuse is I have to keep shouting, so therefore I can keep lowering the HP of the boss. I mean, lowering the damage of the boss.
These are positive things.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're trying to seek help, but no one's going to help you. Also the concept for this game, in my opinion, is that you really shouldn't be asking for help until you're late game. Early on, there's really nothing to really ask for help for, and it's a good way of learning the game. It's a good experience.
Not anymore, anyways. With like early game.
I don't know.
Past early game was actually kind of something.
Well, I mean, like mid game.
Yeah, I guess.
SDs can be kind of tanky, but it's like it's good enough of a scaling, in my opinion.
I think SD gear is garbage. I think it needs a buff.
I mean, I can agree with you just because of the new gear update. Which, by the way, I hate the update because now I can't try and farm older gears to Magic Wardrobe. Which, again, I wish we had that. It's so unfair.
That's unfortunate. You're right. The new I don't.
But you know it's
like
bad.
How they give you a set of like hobart.
You know it's bad though when I have like a single unique identified glove from like dungeon drops or something that already scales. Yes, that have more combat power than a full SD gear set.
I think the new IDs are actually really cool.
Oh no, I love that. I wish they gave that to SD gear though. That would make it like so much more viable.
That would.
And then, like, you have a purpose of, like, going through all those boxes that everyone has that sells for, like, 400 ED. Because you can just be like, I want to get the perfect set ID and stuff like that.
I wish they made the IDs go for all gear. It's weaker on Elria node gear, to say. Like, you can only get, like, 2% on Elria node gear, while you can get 10% on the terrible ones. I wish it was like that.
Oops.
Because it's not balanced giving like good effects to Elria node gear, but it's ready to end game.
Okay, hold on one sec. I have to see if there actually is a call for this or not, which I don't think there is. Either that or they're doing a private call and I'm just not in it. Because they're doing raids and I can just be here if anything. If it's gonna be like fast and anything. I just have to somewhat focus though. You can keep talking though.
Alright.
Because, like, I don't mind this kind of conversation. Again, personally, how I see this kind of stuff, in my opinion, is, oh, wait, they are calling, darn it. Is that, it's like, this game is, like, really old ruins, and this is what I have to say about it. It's a lot of fun exploring and learning about how everything is designed or worked in this kind of a time, but then actually living in it sounds horrible.
That's how I feel about that PvP balance these days. I made a statement I don't like how every character's good now, but that's because I don't like how they did it. I don't like how every character does crazy damage, and then if you have HP, they don't do damage. People, like, they got, like, 1,000,000 attack speed, so you can't do anything, but they can't do anything to you. Like, I want it toned down.
Again, I am all up forward to attack speed, it's just that why does it scale also with the recovery frame? That's my only problem with it.
Yeah,
I shouldn't be rewarded for holding the up button or mashing the down button.
Remember how, like, I'd always do ZZ down Z, and you like, go super high, and I'm like, stop holding up! It's like, you're like, no one else notices, and I was like, oh, I know those speed bottoms.
No, I laugh because, like, no one else really calls it out for that, even though I know, like, I can tell when people do it and stuff like that, so I'm used to it.
Like people getting at a Chung hit stun with speed bottom. That's why I don't PvP anymore. That's why I quit Arena. I can't stand speed bottoms. Moving faster is fine and all, but Animos with speed bottoms and Airlina with full nature force. Oh no.
Actually, did you see the stats of the title for 12.6 though?
I did not.
Want me to read it to you? And make you tempted to actually get it?
People were complaining, saying that the titles were bad.
Oh, well, the first one, like, the unlocking it at first is the one that isn't that good. The one that you actually have to farm for are fairly decent.
I see.
So let me tell you that before I go. Because I'm probably going to do it. Which was fun. This was fun, by the way. I don't mind doing this again. But okay, so Blazing Figure.
Yeah, remember, we started Fury Guardian.
Yeah. So Blazing Figure I mainly like because whenever you use specials, it creates this little hit that attacks with you. Like every couple of seconds, depending on how many skills you use in succession. Which I don't mind as much. It doesn't give you that much MP. But the thing is, it procs on hit effects, like attributes and stuff. But it also gives you Awakening Charge. So it gave me a reason to use the title in soloing.
That's cool.
And then the other title, which is Dark Gaze, which is 5% adaptation, 5% attack, 5% reduced damage, 10% damage reduction from bosses, and 50 resistance. That title is actually fairly good pure stats.
That's good. The only issue I have with the adaptation, I think it's too heavy. I think we need our adaptation.
No, it's just that we don't have many ways of increasing adaptation.
Yeah, like these titles that say 5%, I would like them to say.
No, like suggestion that I haven't posted yet, which I'm going to probably tomorrow, is potions. You should be able to farm certain potion materials in dungeons because mobs don't really drop anything, so they should have specific potion stuff. And I'm gonna leave in a bit as soon as I can probably talk through the first part of Raid.
I thought about an adaptability potion, but it also sounded like it just negated the purpose. Like, there's no positive to adaptability, is what I think the issue is.
No, so, like, what I was doing is, like, there should be, like, potions that you could farm up, because, again, dungeons don't drop anything in the first place. Like, I would love if they dropped, like, powders or, mystic stones and stuff like that.
Oh, I have a suggestion about powders.
Yeah?
Make clear powders.
Okay. Which are uniques. For uniques?
Well, how do I put this? Okay, so there's clear powder.
Okay.
And they're in the new area and El Reno, every dungeon.
Okay.
And when you get 100 of them, you can make any tier color.
Any tier color?
Yeah, and you can use like 1,000 or something to make a guaranteed unique.
Again,
you can also make them into mystic enchantment stones. You can craft them now.
Oh, so like a material and stuff like that?
Like this powder is now like the end all be all. And of course, I want there to be a way.
Fine.
I want there to be a way for you to be able to like not get trolled by tiers. So maybe somehow you can use you could somehow use the colorless tiers to switch tier colors for purple, red, and blue. Kind of adds a little too much functionality to them, but I think it would be really good. Soul item you pick up. It's like a clear magic stone powder thing. Makes them useful again. Makes item drops.
Why are they moving already? I'm so scared. I should probably join the call because I realize that we're doing 12-5, and I'm scared to overdo damage on the boss because they extremely over-nerfed it. Oh my god, it's almost dead.
Oh, I did story mode, and I was like, wait, why did this lose?
Yeah, no, like honestly, I'm kind of scared to see the damage in story mode of this, because, like, we melt this.
Oh my.
Like, we just straight up just went to a head, 5 seconds later it's at 20 bars.
I'm watching. I muted it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably...
That was a good 10 bars right there. That was a good 30 bars right there. Just leave it at 20 bars, you know.
Come on, I gotta wear this for title count. Can I get my new heavy trick, please? Okay, this is all I'm used for. It's Pandemonium and lower in Cowboy King.
Do you time your Guardian of Close Space with like?
Oh no, I just leave it on.
It's hard to do it anyways. I sometimes switch to the Dravaki title in time with Guardian of Close Space.
Oh, I have one modded. Why do I have one modded? No, give me modded. I want my Awakening charge.
No, you want unmodded because it does more damage.
Honestly, Kay just wants me to do raid more because they want me to get the new weapon. Because I said that if I get the new weapon, I would plus 11 it.
Wait, if you get the new weapon, what?
If I get the new raid weapon, I would plus 11 it.
Oh, this is just them trying to get because you didn't put in your ad weapon.
Yeah, no, I didn't get my ad weapon.
Are you still using the perky weapon?
Yes. You can't stop me.
You know, I have a friend who has a plus 11 perky weapon.
Yeah,
it's elite. It's elite. Everyone called him geared, but it's elite.
Wait, is this Arrow Break or no?
No, no.
Oh, because I know Arrow Break had an elite one as well, and he used that for the longest.
I mean, I have elite.
Honestly, I wish I had an elite perk assist. I love the look of that one. It's so smooth.
Alright, someone got a unique stone. Congrats to Eric.
Oh, well, it's first time clear, so they get rewards for it.
Oh.
Yeah. If the first time you clear any raid phase for the week, you get rewards.
I mean, they could get, like, anything, though, right? Like, they could get elite, not just unique?
Elites or uniques. Or any version of Giant.
I mean, they got unique. That's good. They could got elite. I kind of hate mystification.
So is this frame rate making you kind of jealous?
Oh no, I'm used to like having 4 times less than that.
Oh, you're used to, okay.
4 times.
Well, here's the thing. I have Blue Hen and all that other stuff and things like that.
Oh, okay. Now I'm jealous. Yeah, you brought up the blue hen. I lag whenever there's a blue hen, even at a 2-person party. And does PO still make people lag?
No, not as bad. And this is where we disregard mechanics of the game.
So like, because the blue hen's healing you, you don't have to care about it?
No, it's because I put on a res title.
Oh. Well, I find it like so silly how like they made Eclipse like you're not allowed to get it anymore and stuff, and yet they make this new title that's just Eclipse without effect.
Well, you mean Eclipse without stats?
Yeah, like I find it so.
Honestly, though, Eclipse is really good just for the damage reduction part for PvP.
Yeah, Eclipse is like definitely. I don't know. People were saying it was terrible. Good. May not be undeniably the best title anymore.
I honestly despise this title. I regret farming for it.
Oh, how's Garden of Elreno going, by the way?
300 something runs.
Nice. It's more than
I haven't run it for a while, but I'm gonna try and get into the mood where I'm gonna do at least a couple runs. I mean, a couple runs a week, but they're gonna be in 30-minute intervals.
I try to get my daily every day.
I don't do that. I'm like, it's so much work for just the daily, although I would save like so many tickets.
I have like 500 tickets. It's like, I could do I don't care for the title because of the character we play. And if I was mad, what would you do?
I turned sides into the tornado. You better see that. It was
okay, the delay just caught up. Oh yeah, I saw it.
It was majestic.
It was great. You know, you can live the tornado if you try hard enough.
You can, yes. And you know what's sad? They nerfed it. They nerfed our heavy stance in Wonderwall, and you can still tank it.
I don't want to talk about the heavy. Don't get me started on heavy. Every time someone says heavy, puppy dies. Did you know Eve Core Shield and Raven Core Shields do 80% damage reduction? Well, heavy stance is 40?
Dude, I swear, heavy stance is basically the same as Core Shield, but people wouldn't believe us just because, like, you could use skills out of it. And it's like, yeah, and if you time it wrong, and you can potentially waste your mana and that skill and still be in heavy stance.
Remember when Raven could use Shadow Step out of Core?
Remember when we could backstep while Shadow Stepping?
Oh man, remember every time you hit his core, it was a free catch? Heavy stance, stance can...
Yeah, whenever you hit someone... Yeah, you know what? They figured out the pain of what it's like to have heavy stance, of actually being punished when being hit. And now they're complaining about it.
I'll admit, heavy stance is really unfriendly. And I will also admit, with lag, it is...
Oh, dude, I don't know why, but when I was PvPing a Fatal Phantom, anytime I hit him and he's just randomly there, he's just all of a sudden in heavy stance. I'm like, what best input are you doing to get heavy stance as Fatal Phantom?
I mean, you know, that actually tilts me a little bit about Fatal Phantom. He has the fast stance command.
Like, what? I'm the one revolved around it. Why did you get heavy stance so much?
Yeah, shooting a pistol, then reloading. It's like 20 times faster than, like, landing the cannon down, then reloading.
However, I have to admit though, I personally love how slow and clunky ZZZZ is because of all the stuff you can do with it.
I don't mind it at all. So do ZZZZ. We don't talk about the old one.
Oh, here we go. This is the frame rate that we're seeing. Okay.
You know, if we could hold down on ZZZZ, like instead of ZZ down Z, if we could do ZZZ down Z, I wish it would do the old one. I think that'd be cool. Or forward. Forward would work too. But I do miss the old one a little bit. Stop dying, Shilo. You know, if I was there, I would actually need people calling out the tornadoes because they're in.
I know the HP threshold and stuff. It's just that my frame rate was so bad that I couldn't tell. That I'm not paying attention at all.
Nice mod, Guardian Rage. That's your hit.
Yeah, I know, right?
Such a good skill. So
you know,
fast. So strong.
Let me equip Brutal Swing. Or Artillery. You know, I actually used Artillery Nova in Raid.
You just need Lunatic Fury. You'll be relevant.
God, this time is so scary. 9 minutes.
Oh, now that someone got a Mystic. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Another Mystic.
Yeah, because it's the first time playing. We have to catch up for this person. So they're getting Mystic Stones and stuff. Because you get it for first time players per week. So I already got all mine. Like, if you look at my special inventory, which might make you kind of jealous, you can see all the Mystic Stones I have.
Let me see these. How do you feel about Mystic Enchant anyways?
I like the concept of it, I just wish that at least common ones were more consistent.
I got pretty upset when I used a unique stone and got 20 fires.
Dude, do you know that if you use a unique giant stone on your weapon, it can get 30% EXP?
How much are they on board? Giants.
Shining. Giant shining.
Giant shining.
They're really expensive.
630 mil. Can't do it.
Just wait till they get lower. Apparently,
it's going to give me 50 fire resist.
Okay, so you know the common one, right? The giant common.
Yeah, I actually bought one.
That's actually 15% EXP.
I could have gotten EXP. It gave me this. It gave me this. It gave me when attacking knockdown enemies.
You know what?
Damage.
You know what? I'm gonna be here for at least for this raid, and I will show you what it's like to be a somewhat decently geared Comet Crusader trying to clear the red spikes.
I thought I was geared.
No, you're way more geared than me. But the thing is, I also did this in story mode in KR with a +11. Oh, I should show you my guide videos on Raid when I was doing it on my Comic Crusade. Dude, they're so funny, but yet I exactly am not wanting to like do that anytime soon again.
Hey, doing solo play with auto shout, especially with the +7.
Yes.
Like, it's just not a true experience unless you're an LK taking an hour.
4 specials to kill the red spikes.
Oh my gosh. What is...
Hold on, I have to find gray spikes. I'll show you what gray spikes are like with my commands because of LAN demo. It's actually insanely fast.
Does LAN demo count as a command or skill for these?
They count as commands apparently. So...
And yet Solus does it inverse. That's so weird. The Solus counts them as skills.
Really? Oh yeah, it does actually. Oh yeah, well doesn't it also count Siege as a skill? So like, look how fast this gets melted. 2 full Z commands and they break. Or 1.5.
No, you know, if Rapid Guardian's attack speed buff didn't appear in 7 seconds, this would have good. You know, I would totally be up for that. Or then they make Rapid Guardian 2 separate buffs, and they make the attack speed increase 15 seconds, and they make the MP gain 7 seconds.
So like mod 1 is MP and the other one's attack speed? Dude, I wouldn't be able to choose!
No, I don't mean that. I mean just like changing it right now. Making it 2 buffs right now. One's attack speed and like any attack speed one.
But yeah, how does it feel that it takes about 1 full Z command with land demo to kill gray spikes, while red spikes take about 4 to 5 of my specials?
Land Demolisher is very satisfying. I saw your video where you just
mash Z?
Pepsi Man.
Yeah, with just mashing Z.
It's like
you're like, wow, that actually is kind of insane. Not broken, just insane.
I've been doing it. It's fun.
Yeah, so
like it's really cool when like a monster doesn't die from Talib, and then I just kill it with Z.
With Z's? Yeah, no, dude, our Z's are so insane with this buff.
It's really funny how like our commands are literally the worst.
You know what? I can share with you all my Comic Crusader info because not everyone actually knows all the Comic Crusader stuff. Some people do, but I'm the one that mainly finds out stuff about it for Raid. So this phase right here is meant to put you a debuff, which will lower your physical and magical overall. Yep. Okay, so you see it, the minus 24 that I'm hovering over.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you can transfer that to all the stuff in this dungeon. You can burst wolf it off to them. But yeah, it'll reply back to you, so you have like a few seconds of actually like not having the debuff. But you make everything else do like no damage.
I was hoping it wouldn't reapply.
No, it reapplies.
Can't it just reapply every 15 seconds or something?
No, I personally love it. You kidding me?
I just... That's like the worst. I remember I tried burst wolfing back to him. Yeah, it didn't work.
So I just burst wolf debuffs.
Burst wolf's so cool.
I love the skill. I just wish it was slightly better. So like everyone else is taking reduced damage from it now, and this skill ignores the iframes and stuff. So it's actually kind of important to have.
I wonder. Oh, I just saw your burst wolf. I wonder how.
How what?
How many burst wolves did not transfer just now?
No, it actually transfers on their screen because it's targets. But yet, like it doesn't transfer. It can transfer other people's debuffs, but high chance probably not.
Yeah, I'm just like I wonder how many of them had a debuff.
And then didn't have it for like 1 second.
Or like, well, just like, you know, they have their debuff. They're like, Shimo, get the burst wolf ready. And he's like, you use burst. It's like, why am I still...
Oh no, it happens sometimes in 12.8, but then I know that it has the probability of transferring, so I just like to believe it transferred. Okay, this is the one shot.
Just like the hope, even though like it doesn't. You're just like...
This is the one shot mechanic.
I'm still at 58 bars.
Yeah, it does multiple one-shots, but the thing is that we just infinitely loop it because we have enough damage, so we don't even have to do the pattern anymore. We just one-shot whale at boss. It's just this kind of mechanic, whale at boss, so the boss is literally just a loop of 2 patterns because we do too much damage.
I was really hoping to like see the Rosso stuff. I really wanted.
Oh, no, dude, the next phase is actually a lot of fun, and it's really cool. Like, there's actually 2 to 3 of the phases that I actually love in terms of design. But everything else, I just am like, eh. But then the very last one is actually the saddest thing for me. Also, you can't go down on this platform. I'm mashing the down key and you can't go down it. There's 2 platforms that you can't go down on, and I should really report it.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
So this one's also one. So, like, Comic Crusader is a very welcome raid person, raid slave for supporting. But hey, to be fair though, it's not just like we're pandemonium stuff. No, there's actually a lot of stuff to manage with it, and it's a lot of fun.
Hey, you wanna know the secret tech?
What is that?
They just gotta make a boss that's not debuffable, and no one will want Comic Crusader.
I don't know on that. Wonderwall.
Sure, but they nerfed it. It's still good.
You act like that the nerf actually did something.
What didn't the nerf take it from 70%?
70% to 50%, which is, in theoretically speaking, pretty high. But
still take half.
It's still insane compared to anything else that anyone can give. Considering how it's also a damage absorption.
Don't worry. Even raid be in their shield.
This phase is actually a lot of fun.
Oh wait, I got a reason why. Why should CC be there if CN can top shield?
Because Atomic Shield isn't a damage absorption.
I was betrayed. I was told it was.
I'm pretty sure it's not. And also they nerfed Atomic Shields as well.
Oh. Seriously though, like, people will actually just start dodging if CC can't debuff.
Yeah, people would actually have to learn the game if it weren't for a lot of stuff. Okay, so grouped up.
I wonder how much better DC just got in raid because of sharpshooter.
Not a defensive meter, but in terms of speed and buffing, it's a lot good, better.
Every person has 20% crit damage now. Oh man. I actually welcome that change, to be honest. I'm glad DC got that buff, even though... DC.
Okay, not on me.
I wish Bullet Blitz was faster in dungeons. I wish that... Because Bullet Blitz is actually really strong.
Oh no, Bullet Blitz is insane. If it had, like, better range or better AI, it would be so good.
I wonder if, like, I got a 12% purple bullet. You know, if people realize this did damage, I bet it would sell, like, really badly. It would be amazing. Like, that would totally be a thing. Like, this bullet. You can't mana break it. It does damage as long as there's...
No, it's not. Also, by the way, so you know, like, how they changed Heavy Stance and Wonderwall and stuff like that? I can still completely guard the boss's laser attack.
Don't tell KOG that, they'll nerf it again.
Well, the thing is, the main reason why I can do it is because I have 35% boss... Well, no, not 35 anymore, because I'm using a different IP. I have, basically 28% boss damage reduction.
Oh, okay. So, just make sure you outline that it's not Heavy Stance. Heavy Stance is pure and did nothing wrong?
No, it's not Heavy Stance.
You know, people think from Land Demolisher killing Pepsi.
Oh wait, is it Neon Thirst? What the? I don't have an icon. I didn't have icon on me. Huh.
Saw that. That's weird.
Yeah, I didn't have icon. They even made the icon easier to see.
That's a.
But it was tracking me. Oh yeah, no, I didn't face the right way, so I didn't guard it. Also, in this one, you have to get it to hit itself with its spikes.
Oh wow.
Like, I love this design and stuff. It's actually so cool.
Yeah, you know, like, I don't actually like the new dungeons, but I do like the...
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go after this. No, it's probably gonna spin after this. But no, like, I personally love this boss and its designs. I actually adore this boss. Okay, so it's below 70.
I wish they would rotate Jabaki out with Percussus and Eltrian. I think that'd be cool.
Oh, like rotate the 3 between them? That'd be cool. Would you do it, like, per day, week, like, hour?
I think you should get one of the raids every day.
Yeah. No, I feel like that it should be per day, so therefore you can at least, like, choose, or week, actually, now that I think about it.
I see issues with the day thing. It's just that it would be cool. Because, like, some people aren't home at those times, so that would just be, they just wouldn't be able to do it for certain ones.
But no, personally, I love this raid, though. You know, I'm probably not focusing as much because I'm just talking to you. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, whatever,
I would
don't
love
care.
to love this raid, too, if I could play.
Sorry.
I really wanted to try the raids out. I really did. I really looked forward to it, because I'm geared. Wanted CC. You know, people made those videos about CC taking an hour to solve.
Oh no, but the thing is that was just abusing stuff. It was really... We didn't even get that. We actually played Raid on, like, the hardest release. Oh yeah, see, Krim put the clip of it, and that's me with 35% boss damage reduction, with Guard and Wonderwall.
It's hilarious, the boss damage reduction.
Yeah, dude, the sockets are actually, like, amazing.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for that clip, Krim. This clip has no recorded chat. This is sad. Clappy is sad.
No, there's definitely thing chat with it. There should have been. Maybe it wasn't, like, it was a little bit later on, but it was too early for it. Because, you know, delayed reactions.
Yeah. I know, I'm supporting Twitch right now, Shido.
How are you supporting Twitch?
What is this, a Warcraft ad?
Do you miss your Prime?
I actually, the only thing I was upset about is, like, I never got bits. I still don't get bits.
You still don't get bits from ads? You can't get them?
I still don't. I don't know why.
It's okay. I just made a thing where you can play sound effects with bits on my thing. Selling out.
You know, like, I don't miss the Prime at all, though. It's like that whole Prime, a loss of $100 by accident that Amazon wouldn't read. Bad time. That's $100 that could have gone to me having to...
You know, I know what out damages me?
What?
Usurpers.
The switching title?
Yeah. They had to cap it because it was too broken. Right? You know how much each tick does? You know how much each tick does, actually?
Didn't it used to do 0.2% of all the...
0.8.
Oh, wow.
But you want to know what the cap number is now for the things now?
No idea.
50 million per tick.
That's still decent, but
it's insane.
Used to be higher though.
Well, yeah. Like your Stampede Cruisers though. Would you say the server's gone into 16 mils worth it?
Are like
depends on it and stuff like that.
All those 15 mils is like 2 Pandemonium. Maybe 3.
Oh, well, you see adaptation in here is 50%. So, times that by 2.
Oh no.
Per tick.
I wish adaptability was like a 2-way streak. They weaken your attacks, but like, they make your potions more effective. That'd be cool.
Okay, they probably would want me to join Con a bit. But yeah, no, this is fun. I enjoyed this. It was, yay, I unlocked it. Yay. But yeah, no, I don't mind doing this again. I personally was enjoying